Well, it's an exciting weekend for the Chucks, Moses, with the first CPCA race of the season kicking off in North Battleford.
Yeah, and you know what? It was a great time too. The sun was shining and certainly a great day, like you say, to watch some Chuck racing action. Yes, the first race of the CPCA season wrapped up in North Battleford on Sunday. The 2011 Canadian champion Devin Mitswing would record the top time on Friday and Saturday, but those times were split between his two outfits. So there's Mitswing there. So after his 2 days in the splits, he would earn 1/100th of a second actually behind Chance Bensmiller for top spot. Bensmiller was able to hold off the defending champ as he starts the 2012 CPCA season atop of the standings. So not too shabby for him to start week one. Now let's move on to lacrosse. The Wheatland Xtreme won their first game of the season Wednesday, and we're hoping to keep that momentum alive with a 2-game home series over the weekend against the Fort McMurray Wolves. The Xtreme got off to an awful start, being called on a delay of game penalty. Before the game even started, they were in trouble. They were down 4-1, but they battled back with 4 straight goals, including that one by Brendan McAllister. Minutes later, though, he would go off for a spear and get 3 games. The Wolves would score 2 goals on the power play, courtesy of Brendan Demers and Andrew Boudelier. The teams would go back and forth going into the second. Tyler Boyer, who had a hat-trick performance the game before, scores twice before the period is done. 10-10 heading into the final frame. The captain will go on to score his 4th of the night. The home team would go up 11-10 to start the third. But Demers quickly responds for the Wolves with 2 quick goals of his own. Tyler Boyer would again reply for the Xtreme as the ball will crank a defender's ankle, and then he pushes it into the goalie, or he gets it into the goalie, rather the goalie pushing him from behind. Either way, they're now down by 2 though. Cody Diamond here heads right for goal, scoring to put the Wolves up by 3 with just over 2 minutes to play. With bodies flying all over the place, Brant McAllister will scoop up the ball and scores the diving goal to bring the Xtreme within 2. The Xtreme would score with over 30 seconds to play. The players think Tyler Anshelm has got it, except for Newcap's very own cameraman Michael Gordon. He stays on Keaton Merger as he scores despite the Wolves' confusion. The Xtreme now down by a goal, but that's as close as they would get. 15-14 was the final. Xtreme head coach Scott McAllister not happy with the team play.
It's really the motion. What you're seeing is you're seeing the strong players drive to the net and make it work once in a while. But if they actually would pull back and get the motion working, they would actually get the rest of them scoring.
You know, we let up a few goals there on a PK, and with that penalty kill there, the few goals got us down, got our motivation down a bit, and then we just had to try and fight back, and at that point it was too late there in the third.
The second half of the doubleheader was more of a defensive battle. This time around, the Xtreme were ahead 2-1 after the first. They would go on to hang on for a 9-8 win. Their record improves to 2-5. Now, the hockey season has wrapped up in Lloydminster, and the area's elite players are preparing for their upcoming seasons. Whether it's the AJHL, the NCAA, the WHL, or the NHL, Emmett Murphy catches up with a group of these standout athletes who are working on their game together in the Saskatchewan Ball Hockey League.
It's a who's who list of Lloydminster hockey. Senior AAA forward Brody Foster, upcoming NCAA rookies Corey Chisholm and Kenny Morrison, and upcoming BCHL rookie Jetlyn Houcher.
You know, we just looked and said, who's the prime pool of Lloydminster?
A lot of guys we're friends with work out all together all summer, so it's a lot of fun.
It should come as no surprise that with 10 of 13 players with junior hockey experience, this team is undefeated in the SBHL A division, despite maybe not giving 100% every shift.
We're just here to have fun, first and foremost, because I mean, we go hard all winter and stuff playing hockey wherever we are, and it's good to get away from it for a bit.
You got to pick and choose. Sometimes it differs from shift to shift. If you're tired, you know, you're just staying back, but sometimes you're laying out to block shots. Depends until you get one, and then you don't do it anymore.
And the team is poised to pad their lead in the league standings.
Actually, we have a guy waiting on his passport coming up. You might have heard of him in the playoffs, Braden Holpe.
He's got to earn his stripes on the team first, and once he does that, then he'll be a part of the team.
Fantastic playoff run for Braden, but we'll have him on a 2-game tryout to start with, and you know, his season might end early. So we'll see where it gets to.
The first stage of divisional play wrapped up this weekend. The Saskatchewan Ball Hockey Provincials are in Lloydminster the weekend of July 21st.
The Lloydminster men's and women's Reaper rugby teams were in Saskatoon over the weekend. The men were taking on the Saskatoon Crems. Now, the Reapers lost this one 39-29. At one point, the Reapers were down by 3. Thought they had a goal line try, but it was reversed and the Crems responded with a converted try in the final 3 minutes of the game. Monty Chakowski, Sorrell, Potgieter, and Malachi Jr. had tries for the Reapers in the losing cause. Meanwhile, the women faced the Saskatoon Wild Oats in their first league game of the season. Not the result they wanted. It was a physical one, but the Lady Reapers fall 79-5. Their next league game is June 9th. Now into the NSRBL. Some baseball action over that weekend. The Lloydminster Twins defeating the Kindersley Raiders 5-3 to improve to 2-1 on their season. Elsewhere, the Lloydminster Juniors improved to 3-0 with a 4-1 win over Meadow Lake. Stephen Loddish pitched a complete game for the Juniors, whiffing 11 batters, giving up 3 hits and only 1 run.